He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. Hello everyone, my name is Mim and welcome to today's video. So this is the third time I'm recording this video. Hope this time I won't face any obstacle. Anyway, in today's video I am going to talk about the book Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, one of the most influential and all-time great books on life meaning and purpose. The author of this book is a psychiatrist, and during World War II, he spent 3 years in different concentration camps, and in this book, he shared some of the most horrible experiences of the concentration camps and also how finding meaning in the most critical times allowed him and other prisoners to survive. The second part of the book talks about logotherapy, which basically helps an individual to find meaning in life. Now, just to give you some idea about the tortures that Frankl along with the other prisoners were going through during that time. For example, they had to shave their face with a piece of glass in order to look fit for work, because if they would look sick or unable to work, they were sent to gas chamber where people were killed alive. So they were killed atrociously, which is brutally reprehensible. Then there were unbearable hunger, like they had to work very hard, but in exchange they would get very scanty amount of food. Like their ration consists of very watery soup and a small piece of bread. Then they didn't have the privilege to take shower. They had to wear the same shirt for a long period of time until they were completely torn, and many more unspeakable tortures. Now the question is, what made them to endure all that pain and sufferings? Why won't they give up on life? Well, the answer is they had a why in their life. They had a reason or purpose to survive, which actually enabled them to go through all that pain and sufferings. If I give you the example of Mr. Frankl, there were a couple of things that would provide him the will to survive. For instance, the thought of his wife would provide him hope in those dark days. Then his deep desire to finish his book on logotherapy. Then his dream of giving lectures after liberation, etc. So the lesson we get from here is that if we have a clear purpose in life, no matter what kind of obstacle we face, we somehow would be able to handle them. When we have a meaning in our life, we somehow gather the ability to endure all the pain and suffering that we face. So yeah, having a clear purpose in our life is very, very crucial. Otherwise, life would get meaningless or pointless. Now, how to find that meaning in life? According to Frankl, there are 3 ways through which we can find meaning in life. Number 1, through our work, like we can do things or create things in the world that can help us to discover the meaning of our life. And number 2, through love. The people we love can give us great meaning to our lives. And number 3, through sufferings. Now, for some people, finding meaning in sufferings can give them purpose. For instance, we experience failures and losses in our life. We lost our near and dear ones. But if we see it as a challenge to overcome, as a challenge to suffer bravely, then life can have meaning till our last moment. So yeah, this is how we may find meaning in life even when we confronted with a hopeless situation. We can transform our personal tragedy into an achievement. My another key takeaway from the book is the idea that you cannot control what happens to you in life, but you can always control how you will react and do about what happens to you. Now, let's take an example. If you are afraid of giving presentation, there are 2 ways to handle it. Number 1, you may get sad, feel bad and do nothing about it. Simply you may avoid it. And number 2, you may work on your weak points, you can take lesson from your mistakes, you can sharpen your skills, and thus you can improve yourself. So yeah, it is totally up to you how you will handle the situation. You hold the power, your point of view towards the world, towards your life. So I'm going to end it here. This book was a great read for me. I found it so effective, so useful, and I believe this book has something that can help anyone to some extent. So yes, I would highly suggest to buy this book for yourself and give it a read, because it has the power to change you. So it definitely deserves a place in your shelf. So yes, I will see you in another video and wish you a long, happy and purposeful